Welcome back to On the Beat, y'all. And if it's not welcome back, welcome to. We are here today to talk about a new topic. I mean, you mightn't guess what it is. So I'll just let you know. We're going to talk about religion. And I want to start the ball rolling by saying I am not going to be hosting alone today. I'm going to be having my good friend Desiree helping me out. So give you a little clap. Virtual clap, Brent, encouragement.
In recognize as we missing here. In recognize her. In highlight that one.
Excuse me, what I have to do with anything that has nothing to do with you.
I don't know. I find that was just a highlight though.
I find that is disrespectful. Let the girl rock. She hear how she wants to rock. She hear. I never see more. Why that was even highlighted? Whatever, let's continue.
Brent know me differently.
Yeah, something wrong with our Brent, you know. But it's whatever. So I start off with the first question, but I never introduced the topic. Today's topic is religion, right? So the first question is, do you all think that every religion gets the respect that it deserves? But I will answer first, you know? So today, I was in a Form 4 class, but how I just talk, everybody find I song real, like if I shouting up at people and yeah, rough, you know. Like if I quarreling with them, though I was just talking to them normal. And I refer to past papers as the Bible now. And everybody's like, no, we don't hear about that. Stop talking. So my thought is, if that was their reaction, right? Maybe every religion isn't awarded the same respect as others. Because people are so close-minded that their religion is the right religion. But personally, I wouldn't shy it off or cut it off just because you have a different religion from me. I would want to hear what you have to say, you know? But answer the question. Do you all think every religion is awarded the same respect? Or same level of respect?
Flat out answer, no.
Yeah, no.
Now, it also has a history with this thing, you know, because not only is religion, I'm not going to use that word, it separates people in a way. The respect that different religions get, it tends to degrade because of the people that are in it. So for example, probably like the Christian religion, because of the actions of people, the respect that Christians start to get tends to be lowered every time because of representation. Like you're only seeing negative. So flat out answers no.
I don't know if it's just like my group or the people I surround myself with, but in my knowledge, I don't really think that religion really it don't really have a religion that gain less respect. Because I mean, with my group, I'm very diverse with my friend group. My best friend from childhood, one is a Hindu. Yeah, that one is an Anglican. Yeah, that one I can't remember the religion right now because it's some long name. But I'm a Roman Catholic as well. All of us have different religions. Must respect it in a way. Like my Hindu friend, I don't know if all you know what is basically their version of like making their offerings to their gods. He's very protective of it, and we don't get within that kind of 6 foot range or where we're supposed to be. If any of us cross it, and he pointed out, that's it, we know to dress back very quickly. So I don't feel like, me personally, I don't feel like I ever had an instance where somebody was like, oh, you're a Christian? Nah, I don't like you. Or everybody was like kind of respectful of each other, religion and all that.
I think for me, over a period of time, religion, to me, it had disrespect towards especially Christianity. Especially back then, growing up as an individual, I used to hide my Christianity because of the kind of disrespect. They used to look down at you. And but now it seems like it's almost the level playing field because of the fact that religion now seems to be like a modern day style, if you understand what I mean, right? A modern day style, like it's cool to be religious kind of way. And it doesn't matter which religion, but it's almost like, a fasting today. Hey, yo, that's cool though. Right? That kind. So, or going in the temple. So, in today's society, there's no disrespect. I shouldn't say none, but there are some, but not as how it was before. Yeah.
I would agree with Brent. Long time I kind of used to keep my religious teachings and belief at myself based on judgment from probably my fellow friends or others. But like he said, really going to religion is more like a more modern day life thing, and certain things like fasting is becoming cool towards some people, but to an extent, I would say most religions don't get the respect that they should have, for all religions.
So let me ask you, do you all think religion is important? Like, is having all these traditions and these beliefs in God, to you personally, is it important?
I want that true statement, but here, well, I got answer that last.
No.
You see, I didn't want to influence nobody answer now, right? So I can answer it last. Yeah.
All right, well, I'll answer first. I feel like the importance of something is based on the person. So I could find religion important, but other people will just see it as a thing where it's not mandatory in your life, but it's good to have. So therefore not as important as I would think it is. So I believe importance of something, including religion, is based on the person. So I'll say religion important, and Brett might say, you know what, I don't really see the importance. So it's the person.
I would agree. It does depend on the person. Now, how I view religion is really as more of the traditional side of your belief. So like religion would... Now, I would only say this because there's different religions. So even in the religion of Christianity, you have different denominations. You have Anglican, you have Roman Catholic, you have Pentecostal, all these different types. And each one of them is like their own religion. Now, the reason why I ask this is because in my viewpoint, what I think, everybody or majority of the people or the denominations in the Christian religion have the same belief. They believe in Jesus, they believe in God, they believe in the Holy Spirit. They believe that if you believe with your heart and you confess your sins, that you will gain the opportunity to get into heaven, or you will go to heaven if you believe in God and if you do His will. Now, if that's the case, we all have that standard, then why are there different denominations? Why are there separations? Because honestly, sometimes there's wars between denominations, and it's just, to me, so unnecessary to have those wars. I mean, yes, it's good to not discriminate if somebody thinks they should worship only on a Saturday, if somebody worships all day, if somebody fasts, and if somebody's staying away from these kinds of food for the rest of their life. In the Bible, it really does say don't discriminate. That's their method of worshiping God. That's my point of view. So in a sense, is religion important? My answer is it kind of halfway, but it kind of leaning to the no. Because if we all have the same beliefs, then the structures it shouldn't be discriminatory. It shouldn't be a means of separation. It should just be a personal means of you giving yourself to Christ.
Is religion important? That I would say this is a tricky question, because as somebody who follow God. Okay, as myself who follow God, I would say religion, it is important to extend because this is where people come together to worship, right? As one, probably one family, as one unit and one blood. But also this is where you get the teachings, because not everybody have the knowledge and the teachings of the Bible or the Old and the New Testament. So this is a place where they could this come like school. For me, a church come like school. As well, I believe the reason, nah, never mind. But yeah, it more come like school. So I would say it's important up until you have a better understanding of God, I would say, or religion on the whole. But for me, religion is not important. Religion is not that important to somebody like me who believes in God and knows how to pray and knows teaching. But not everybody teaching is the same. So this is where it kind of get complicated.
Well, I know for somebody like me, I think it's important, religion important. Sorry, I grew up in a family where we have believers. Confession, you have to go. Church, must go. So for me, yeah, I feel like I have a relationship with Jesus Christ. I feel like I have a relationship with God. So it is important for me. I'll try my best to kneel down and pray every night. When I wake up in the morning, pray. If it's not kneel down and pray, then pray in my bed lying down. I'll try to go to church as much as I could. But you know, ever so often you just feel like not going to church, so you'll stay home. But I feel like it is important, and well, yeah, that is really and truly what it is. Just having a relationship with your who, how to say it, but with your being, who you just worship. I feel like it's important to have that kind of relationship. And I know for a fact, it was a thing that got me through some tough times in my life already. So I feel like that will influence my answer more. But to say I'll be a heavy advocate for, yeah, everybody must pray. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Right? I'm not gonna say, yeah, you must do this, that, and the other. But I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Cool.
Last man standing.
Yeah. For me, yes, I have two parts to this, right? To me, religion is important because of the fact that I've traveled the world and I've get a close up with various religions, and the devotion to people and their religion is like a beautiful sight. And it even brings, like, it questions yourself how much you are devoted to the one that you believe in, which is Christ, right? And are you as committed as how some others are in their religion? And to show for others or for people in general to showcase that importance in their life, like that is their foundation in life. Whether it's right or wrong, whether it's in the right religion or wrong religion, how you want to put it, is that it's something that is actually stand and take note of yourself and your commitment to who you serve, right? So yes, it right in that aspect, and also it brings a kind of peace beyond your understanding, right? It actually directs you in the right pathway as well. But I think religion also is not important because of the fact that, one, it's man-made, and because it is man-made, it have been created in such a way that it is used for power, for greed, for authority. It creates wars, right? Religion against religion, actual wars where people die for it. And people always had this big debate, who is right and who is wrong, whether they in the same Christianity religion as they highlight Desiree, or the Muslim against Hindu. I mean, it creates real war. And I've seen bloodshed for it. I've seen big fallout for it. Families fall out for it. For example, if someone in a Hindu family turn a Christian, there's a big fallout right there. And religion should not be something that's full of war and hatred. It should be something of love and peace. And that's why I think we could do without it, because it is man-made. It is not from God. And because the main thing from God is that you have a relationship with him, a personal relationship with him, and he will direct your path. He will tell you what is right, what is wrong. He will tell you what information to take in and what information not to take in, right? According to Desiree, the discernment of what he is saying to you, and that personal relationship with him, even being guided by those who season in relationship with God, is real profitable as well. But religion, wipe it out. Excellent. Bye.
Mm-hmm. And you said something there that is, we should highlight. Religion and a relationship with God, or with your being, as Brandon said, is two completely different things. Because a religion is when you take time to be in this thing. You go to all the events that the specific religion having. You just spend more time being more out in public about it than in private. So yeah, it makes sense. So everybody here, if anybody could tell, is more than likely a Christian, right? And because everybody here is a Christian, that does not mean we're not taking into consideration all the other religions. But this is a question for mainly the Christians, because I mean, Muslims, they have a dress attire, Everybody know Muslims is dressed. They just never change it up. Hindus is dressed certain ways at certain times. They never change it up. So this is a question of Christians, because Christians wear more casual clothes, It have no specific dress when you say a Christian. So when you think like clothes and jewelry and accessories and all these good things, you think that affect your worship or anything like that? Well, I want to answer this first. I want to answer this one first too. My answer is yes and no. Because the way you dress for yourself, that's not affecting your worship. Basically, when somebody else comes to church in like this short skirts and tight top, it's distracting, You come to church to worship. And sometimes, even though you try to ignore it, it's up in your face. So how am I to say, well, let me just close my eye and worship? If you stand up in front of me, it distracts me. I'm distracted. Some churches just allow you to come as you are, as God said. And I have nothing against anybody. But when you dress like that, it is a bit distracting. And it does affect other people's worship, I think. I ain't saying don't come as you are, I'm just saying it could be distracting. But let me hear the take on this, because I don't want to sound like one of them real Christian who not accepting everybody. But I am accepting. Love your religion or love your relationship with God. Just do it at a certain length. Don't come in no tight skirts shorter than anything else. I see in half your thigh, and then I sleeveless, so I see the whole arm. Yeah,
all right, I'll go first on this one, right?
Second.
Oh, second. Growing up, my dad used to buy some kind of weird clothes for me, Chad, and I used to hate it. I used to hate the baggy clothes, them kind of top used to buy expensive clothing there, but it used to look like those old school black child, church going child, suit up and all them kind of thing, and I used to hate it, man. Anyway, I digest that, but coming in something comfortable is a plus. So I would go to church in this, seriously, right?
You don't. You know.
Yeah, you know. Right? I'll go to church in a hoodie or whatever. But the fact is, still, I won't go to church in a cut-up pants, right? That may be cut up high up on my thighs or whatever be case, because I know that might be, it could be distracting and all. So, yeah, risky. So, therefore, or it might be bringing attention to you rather than people getting to be in attention to God, right? You is not God, so why you have to look extra special? Why you have to look out there, right? Why not be like a normal person and that's just normal, right? But I understand what Alexia's saying is a fine line, because just as I always say, come as you are. I think it depends on the level of their relationship with God as well, will determine how they dress, right? And also maturity plays a part in it as well.
My worship, no, because if your attire would affect how you feel when you worship, then in my mind, I'm thinking you wouldn't pray in your pajamas. You wouldn't go to church online church in your pajamas and worship the Lord there. None of that wouldn't happen. You would always need to be in a specific attire to feel connected to God, which kind of doesn't make any sense. Because I mean, when Jesus was on the earth, he talked to lame people, he talked to poor people, he talked to prostitutes, he talked to all these people and was accepted. But other people's worship, yes, it does. Now, it's not that, yes, if they're wearing something, whether it be revealing or tight or however fitted, yes, it can distract other people. But from personal experience myself, even casual clothes, so like if I go to church in a jeans and whatever, people will come up to me after and be like, why are you wearing that?
Wait.
Thank you very much. So it's also kind of culture thing, because how I grew up, my grandfather was always like, and I'm not going to church, I go by his house. I go by my grandfather in comfortable clothes, which is our jeans. At cool short jeans, because I buy family, so I don't mind. I go by my grandfather in jeans. And he always telling me, girls not supposed to be wearing jeans. Listen, I fed up, hear that in my life, and fed up. But he learned, at least I hope so, he learned that I ain't really gonna take that on because I feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to church at this point in time when I was by him wearing the jeans. And nothing wrong with what I'm wearing. So, and I wasn't even for worshiping sake. It was just to go and relax because a babysitter kind of thing. So it's also a kind of culture thing that I personally want to break. Like, I want to be comfortable coming to church in a jeans and a hoodie, like Brent, on a Sunday morning, and feel comfortable worshiping God.
Okay.
Yeah, it is beyond me.
I mean, when you really think of it, men have more leniencies when it comes to their attire than women do. Yeah.
Big up, y'all.
Actually, I think that is down to culture as we highlighted, because when I go abroad in churches, young people, both women and men, wear comfortable stuff. I mean, they wear respectable stuff, but comfortable
Of
stuff.
course.
You understand?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, men have what I mean leniencies is the variety of clothing women are allowed to wear, right?
It's strictly dresses and skirts and
Yeah, because
Girl
it
can
would
come
look
into-
as though you're
girl
being
can come into
scandalous or
church with a nice
disrespectful.
long jeans, a polo
Yeah.
shirt, and you're cool.
Yeah,
Nobody
but
affecting all that.
yeah, but you can't. If a man show up in a skate, everybody going and question that. So what's the difference?
That's a different topic for a different
But
podcast.
the fact is,
Okay.
it could show up in that,
The same
Michael,
thing.
in Scotland. It could show up in that in Scotland, right? So it's all down to the culture.
Well, pretty yes, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Micaiah!
No, I just had to make it clear because yes, it's okay for a lady to wear pants, but it's not okay for a person like me here in China to wear a skirt. Questions will be asked, assumptions will be made. I just
Okay,
had
but
to.
you
I had
know
to put
that's
it
not
out.
what we meant. You fully well know that's not.
Different topic for a different podcast.
Different
How's
topic
that?
for a different day. Correct.
We might
So-
have to have a part 2 for this next week. I don't know. You could think about it.
Ooh, that's not a bad
We will
idea.
see.
Yeah.
We will
see,
find
yeah.
out. We will find out.
We will see what we could do. But I mean, we do have one more question in there. So we
Yeah.
ask a question.
Yeah, 3 minutes remaining.
Good.
Hannah, that's where we could handle the stories. That's where we get ask a question. Okay.
Brandon and Mikhail, since y'all wasn't the one who answered the last question. And honestly, I'm kind of happy Brandon didn't answer this question because what he brought up in our last question actually was about this question, and I'm about to ask. So, religion versus relationship. Your point of view. I'm curious.
I know this question was going to come at a point in time. Religion versus relationship, in my humble opinion, date whoever you want. Religion shouldn't be a factor. The only time it's going to be a factor is if you're going to try. Oh my bad, sorry.
Okay,
What is it
religion and a relationship with God. Let me be
I tell you this
specific.
had to have part 2, boy. That's our next, that's our next good topic, though.
I don't even know how Brandon. I understood what this. How could you not?
Nah, I know he will get mixed up.
Brain fat,
He'll
okay,
get
brain
mixed up.
fat, yeah. Alright, relationship, okay, well, to make it quick, to summarize it, in my humble opinion, I find a relationship with God very nice to have, because I know I'm going to sound like a real madman here, but sometimes when you really and truly need it, and sometimes when you ask for the advice, it doesn't feel like you're talking to yourself. Because I know sometimes when I pray and I find like I'm talking to myself, but there is the other times when I find like it's actually has somebody listening to me. I know that's something that might sound a little mad to some people, but that's just my opinions. So it is kind of feel like I'm not alone while I'm praying, but I am alone in my physical being, and I know for myself, I'm alone in my surroundings, but while like in my mental, I'm not by myself. I have a real one-on-one conversation with God, with Jesus Christ, with the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. So, you know, I think it's a little important here. I think it's important for the people to have that, but I mean, that's just my opinion. It's how some people don't want to have it, so I can't change their mind. There's nobody for that.
So which one is more important to you, relationship or religion? If you had to choose. Because you
I
did
feel I
say
would
that
choose religion.
is important to you.
Religion is important, but relationship. I feel I would choose religion, innit? Yeah, I would choose religion.
For simplicity's sake, just choose. Relationship or religion.
Relationship, because you can go to your religion and be all good in religion and still have a poor relationship with God. So for me, relationship. I would say I have a good relationship with God. I've sit, cry, plead, and talk to Him, and I'm living proof that without Him I would not be nothing.
Thank you for listening to On the Beat podcast. Feel free to share, follow, and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay blessed, everyone.